Hey there, friends on YouTube. Jason, Painfully Honest Tech here. Want to talk about, I guess I'm going to start doing a little bit of a vlog, kind of just talk to you about what's going on with the channel, what's going on in tech, what's good, what's bad, what's otherwise in my world. And so this is going to be the first of those videos where I'm going to talk about the world of tech, which is in really crappy shape right now, as well as like what's still to come in tech for the rest of this year. Some channel news, like, the fact that I'm 600 subscribers away from 200,000 or so. And that's a whole story. What's going on with the channel, what's going on with plans for the future, etc., etc. And also a few interesting personal tidbits that maybe you would be interested in, like the fact that I'm a grandfather now, which is bizarre. But first off, let's talk about this, the world of tech right now. And like I said, it is bad. It is really bad. It has not been like this in the whole time. I've been making YouTube videos about tech since 2013 and was, a tech aficionado before that. But all the time that I have been doing tech YouTube videos, I've never seen anything like this. Tech is in just really, really bad shape. There are no new products coming out. There's a huge chip shortage and silicon shortage that's sort of affecting almost everything out there. Graphics cards for PCs are being hit really hard. It's just like, there's nothing really coming out. And a lot of YouTube creators who focus on tech are really struggling because a lot of people, they either rely on reviewing new tech, or they need to buy parts so they can make new PC builds or whatever, or they talk about tech news. And if there's no tech, there's no tech news. So, the whole ecosystem of YouTubers talking and doing tech stuff on YouTube has just really been a struggle. I mean, I thought last year was going to be a struggle when the pandemic hit and everything like that. And it wasn't easy and it wasn't normal for sure. But there was still like some stuff in the pipeline. And, I think this, people getting stimulus checks helped people go out and buy some stuff. And so there were things going on. But I think now we've entered a new stage with the post-pandemic, or, like third or fifth stage or whatever it is of our pandemic life, where all of the stuff that has been going on has caught up to us. Everything from the shipping thing getting stuck in the canal, that messed up everything, along with just shortages of everything. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, if you just look at the smartphone industry, we don't have LG this year. LG would have had at least one phone out by now, probably two, if they were doing a special phone this year like they did last year with the Wing. There would have been stuff going on. And Samsung would usually have at least, they've got the S21 line out, but they would have the Note coming up. And so there'd be like lead up videos to the Note, and then there would be Note videos, and then that would lead straight into, Apple and iPhone videos. But right now we don't have any solid dates on when any of this stuff is happening. Samsung is not making a Note phone this year. Samsung is going to make a Fold again this year, I guess the Fold 3, and I think they're sort of slotting it into where the Note would be to see how things go. But I really don't think that, the Fold is ready for, the general public is not ready to go spend a bunch of money on a Fold. And I don't think they're going to be able to get it down to like the $1,200 or $1,400 that it would need to be for people to even consider, for a large number of people outside of the hobbyists to even consider it. So, yeah. That's what we got going on. I mean, there is still the Pixel 6, which is probably the smartphone that I'm most interested in this year. I can't believe that I'm saying I'm interested in a Pixel, but I really like the renders and stuff that have come out in regard to the Pixel. So I'm kind of excited about the Pixel, the iPhone 12s or 13 or whatever we're going to call it. I haven't really seen anything that makes me super excited. Nothing that anybody is saying is confirmed, so I don't like to talk about non-confirmed information. The same goes for the Macs that were coming out. We thought maybe we'd see some at WWDC. That didn't happen. Now we don't really have a date. We don't have a sense of when that stuff is going to come out. I was looking forward to maybe one of the more professional models coming, whether it be a MacBook Pro or an iMac or something like that. I mean, I actually went out and bought a 2020 iMac because I needed something, and M1 wasn't working for me, so I just decided to go there, do my stuff, and then from there we will take care of it. PC wise, I mean, there's nothing. I feel so terrible for folks who rely on PC parts, reviews, builds, discussions, news, all that stuff, all the people who, sell those products. It's really bad. I'm seeing a lot of different YouTubers around the space talking about the fact that there's nothing to talk about. And the only thing that seems to do well is Apple content or leaks and rumors content about Apple. Or leaks and rumors content in general, maybe, I don't know. But I have a big problem with leaks and rumors content. And the big problem that I have with leaks and rumors content is that it's not really content. It's not, it's taking something that is not verified, talking about it ad nauseum until, everything goes through the game of telephone, and then people believe that some of this stuff is true. It's not true. To me, it's like the tabloid journalism of tech. This is like the Jerry Springer of tech. People are just talking about stuff, and it's filling the gap, and people are getting views from it. And I guess that's good, because that's why we're here. But for me, I've tried covering some of that stuff in the past. I just didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel like it was worthy of spending the time to talk about what leaked this and what rendered that. Maybe this much, but this much, no. And so I myself have not been watching very many tech videos, and that goes for, seems like, just about everybody else. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. Also, that now that the COVID thing is sort of softening up, and it's summertime and people are going out and they're visiting family, or they're going on vacation, they're doing a lot of different stuff. So they're not sitting in their underwear watching tech videos, and I get it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm 600 or so subscribers away from 200,000. I mean, I knew it was going to happen someday. I thought it might happen sooner than this, but when it happens, I don't care. It's great. 200,000 subs is a number, and it's, for me, like, it's a benchmark of just going, a little bit further, and you get a 2 in front of the 100, and that's all good. But yeah, even though I'm there, and this has been the case kind of up and down all year for this channel, the views on this channel are like at 2016, 2017 levels. And I have not been able to figure out what the formula needs to be in order to bring that back around. I do think a lot of the stuff that I just talked about is affecting not only my channel, but other channels. But yeah, it's, I made this my job 3 months, like November of 2019, 3 months later, the whole world shuts down. I have been successful. I have paid the bills. I have been doing the things that I need to do in order to get the business part of it, at least staying above water. But I can't help but wonder, if everything had been as it was, how would the channel have grown and developed differently? I made changes in the content when COVID happened, because it seemed silly to me to be like, over dramatically arguing with people about this spec on a smartphone or that spec on a smartphone, or trying to goad people into being angry or reacting. It just seemed like there were much more important things going on in the world, and I personally did not feel good about continuing that content. So the content changed. So I don't know. It's been a very interesting 18, 19, 20 months. I don't know how to judge the success of this whole do this as a business thing. I've made some decisions about the kind of content that I feel good about making and the kind of content that I don't feel good about making. Like I said, I don't feel good about making leaks videos. I don't feel good about, going for shock value or clickbait or any of that kind of stuff. I just want to have good conversations about tech. I want to talk to the people. And so, yeah, it's been a very interesting time. Last year was up and down. This year is up and down. Views overall are way off from where they were pre-pandemic. And that's not been the case for every channel, for sure, but definitely has been the case for mine. So I'm just, weathering the storm, thinking about what that all means. In the meantime, I've been thinking about doing, 30 videos in 30 days just to kind of kickstart the channel, try some different kinds of content and some different things. I've got probably about 23 videos in different phases of planning. So I think I could do it, but even when you have everything planned, it is very exhausting to do that. I've done daily videos at different points in the channel's lifespan. It does sort of kickstart things. The YouTube algorithm gets more information, so more stuff starts to roll. But it can burn you out pretty quickly. And then if you do it and everything sort of starts to build up and get some momentum, but then you're burned out at the end, it's a problem. So I'm still thinking about that. If I do it, it'll be August. So I guess that'll be 31 days, 31 videos and 31 days. In August, I'll be sweating in here because I can't have the air conditioner on when I'm doing these videos. So there'll be that. Also, big announcement, I'm officially bringing back the Can You Trust series. Now, I've done Can You Trusts on and off, and people have asked me to do Can You Trust. Like, hey, where's Can You Trust? Bring back Can You Trust. Do some more Can You Trust. And if you're not familiar with what the Can You Trust series was, I think that the Can You Trust series, I started back more than 3 years ago. And it was a video series where I would look at different YouTube creators and sort of talk about how they do what they do, why they do what they do, and whether or not it gives you the information that you want, or what their goals are in doing their videos, and whether or not at the end of the day they were providing you with the information that you needed or I needed to get what you wanted out of the channel. There are a lot of different kinds of creators out there. And so I just, I was interested in that question because nobody had really talked about that, in a larger sense. Like, what is the responsibility of a reviewer on YouTube of tech or anything else? Tech YouTube is sort of a new style of journalism. It didn't exist before. So I just wanted to have that conversation. So I did videos on Marquez Brownlee and Unbox Therapy and Linus and Flossie Carter, Jonathan Morrison, iJustine, all with different takes on how they do what they do. And also how they're perceived in the community and why, and a bunch of different things. So I think I ended up doing about 25 of those or so. I'll link the playlist down in the description below so you can go check out those videos. I think most of them seem to hold up because I still get comments every single day on at least one of the Can You Trust videos. And so I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to go and I'm going to look at some of the people that I've talked about before, check in with them, see what's going on. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at some people who have come up since I did that series, whose channels have grown and they have a bigger profile on the platform. And so I'm going to look at those folks, and it's going to be interesting because, again, like, tech in 2021 is way different than tech was in 2017 or 2018 when I first did the series. So it'll be interesting to talk about how people have developed and what it is that we're looking for out of tech in general. I'm starting a new channel, so I have a lot of plans. I don't know how many of them I'll be able to execute, but I'm starting a new channel. And so first, this is I meant to show you guys this. This is the poll that I put up on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, then you should. The Jason T. Lewis. But if you search for Painfully Honest Tech, you'll find me. This is just, is doing 30 videos in 30 days a good idea? or a terrible idea. And right now it looks like about 65% of everybody thinks it's a good idea. So, okay. But as a lot of people have said, doing like Aaron Zolo from Zolo Tech here says, don't do it unless you have a plan. This is a good way to stress and burn yourself out. Done it a couple of times and not on purpose. Unless they're short, it's a lot. So that's very true. It's been my experience as well. So I'm looking at that. And then I have this new channel that I'm putting together called Painfully Honest Rock. I have no videos there. I've put up the art. No subscribers. I don't even know if you can find the channel on YouTube yet. But this is going to be sort of a rock history, rock stories, sort of breaking down rock and roll in different ways. If you don't know my history, I was a musician for a long, long time. I have a music channel as well called, where is that? I have that here too. Yeah, so I have a music channel as well if you want to check that out. Getting close to 1,000 subscribers. I don't post here very often, but just covers of songs, and I'm going to start doing some originals and stuff like that. But Painfully Honest Rock is going to be something that is going to be kind of a labor of love for me, the kind of thing that I've wanted to do and talk about for quite a while. So Painfully Honest Rock is going to be fun, and I'm going to start putting up videos. I have lots of videos planned. I have a list of probably like 20, 30 topics. I've taken ideas for topics from people. If you have any ideas for topics, let me know down in the description below. If you have any ideas or questions about anything, let me know down in the description below. And I will be sure to respond and look, because that's where a lot of the good ideas for videos come from, what people say in the comments. It's a tip for you folks out there who want to do YouTube. Look in the comments and see what questions people are asking. That might be a good video topic. So I've got those couple of things going on. 200K is going to be fun. I don't know that I'm going to celebrate it in the way that I celebrated 100K. I mean, once you get to a certain point, I mean, it's great that there are those sub numbers, but really who shows up to watch the videos is what matters more. And for those of you who've been showing up to watch the videos, again, I'm always so grateful that I was able to change my life in the way that I have changed my life, doing this on a daily basis, being creative on a daily basis. I'm working on new music. I'm working on new writing. So thank you, everybody who's been here for all that time. But speaking of, just a few quick little personal notes. Speaking of life changes, I became a grandfather 5 weeks ago. So our adopted son and his girlfriend had a baby. It's a long story. There's a lot of story there, but his girlfriend has been living with us for the past few months, and so grandson and grandson's mom living with us, having a baby back in the house for the first time since my daughter was a baby, which she's 17 now, has been crazy, but it's been great. It's been great. I will admit that I'm not yet 50. Okay, I'm getting this year. I turned 50. There's a lot of these age moments happening this year where it's like you turn 50, now you're a grandpa. So yeah, it is a mind. It's screwing with my mind quite a bit. I mean, the 50 thing has already been screwing with my mind. In my brain, I have this vestigial vision of myself as a 27-year-old, and that never changes. But yeah, I'm a grandfather. His name's Zayden. He's a lot of fun. Well, I mean, he's a baby, but he's growing really fast. And yeah, maybe I'll tell more stories. If you guys want more baby stories in these kinds of videos, then let me know down in the comments as well. In other news, if you guys know that anxiety, depression, lots of different stuff. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in 9 years, past my 9-year sober birthday, as they say, and it's been kind of up and down trying to control the anxiety and depression without the alcohol. And then, so I've been on a cocktail of pills. I know people have different opinions about pills. The pills are doing all right by me, but just recently, CBD in its various forms became legal in the state of Iowa. That's where I live. And so I was at the grocery store a couple of weeks ago, and over the PA system, they announced, hey, we have CBD products. So I went and I got some CBD gummies, and I figured I'd try it. I'd see if It helped me with the anxiety. And so I've been taking them a couple of weeks now. I think this is week 3. And I think it is helping. I mean, there's no THC. THC is not legal here. CBD oil is legal here. So, so I've been taking a couple of gummies a day, and the first time I took it, like, all the muscles in my back relaxed, which was weird because I think they'd been tensed up for a long time and they just kind of hurt for a couple of days. But since then, I think it's helping. I think it's helping calm me down and just like kind of let my brain do what it needs to do. I don't know. I mean, I've been working on the studio here. The studio has transformed in some ways. I've got, as you see, like different camera angles and stuff that I'm doing, and I've got my music and editing studio back there. So I've got another desk. This is just the video desk. I've got my PlayStation 5 over there that I barely use because I don't know why. So that's really the couple of big personal things. I guess those are pretty big. I'll keep reporting on the CBD oil. I might try a different delivery system after this. The gummies that I got the first time were like, sugary and tasty. And then I went to a different brand, Charlotte's Web brand for, it says the calm formulation. It was supposed to be lemon lime flavored. But what I've discovered is it smells and tastes just like latex paint smells and tastes. And it is disgusting. But I got 2 weeks worth. And so I'm going to have to find something else after this because I can't. It's like I'm eating latex paint. It's gross. It's really gross. So anyway, that's the story from Painfully Honest Tech Central. Thanks so much for being here, folks. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. Please come back again. Like, subscribe. Anyway, until the next time, I'm out.